Now, we're going to talk to you about Vision 2020. You have seen the 4 steps to success, and at this time, you are now a pro. You have understood the basics that any person who joins or gets involved in this business should engage in. You need to launch yourself. You cannot just join the business. You need to be launched. And that was the essence of the 4-step system. But in this training, I'm going to show you the Vision 2020. I'm going to show you the 90-day game plan and the 30-day game plan. And you need to pay rapt attention. Remember, you have to be willing to take simple instructions in order for you to succeed in this business, right? So what is Vision 2020? Now, in this business, your first 90 days in the business are the most exciting days you can ever have. Yes, your first 90 days in the business are the most exciting days you can ever have. After 90 days in the business, your energy and enthusiasm begin to dwindle out of experience, frustration, disappointment, and most of the times discouragements. So you want to ensure you maximize the best you can during the time that you are excited. Okay, so your first 90 days, you need to ensure that when you are building your system, this is what happens to you. In our system, we use an extended binary, a 3-leg system. So the system allows you to recruit and build 3 teams. Okay, 3 teams. And in Vision 2020, it answers the law of averages, which is as many people as you are going to be enrolling in the business. Some of them will quit, some of them will wait, and so what? You keep recruiting. Okay, so in this scenario, Vision 2020 makes you to understand that if you want to succeed in this business, ensure within your first 90 days, you personally sponsor not less than 20 people on each leg. So 20, 20, 20. Okay? As you personally sponsor 20 people on each leg, this is what's going to happen. And we know this by mass. Every serious company knows its statistics. Every serious industry knows what activities you do that produce what kind of result. We do not do trial and error in our industry. We know the mass as it is. So, what is going to happen when you personally sponsor 20 people on each of these legs is that now, with the 20 people, minimum 6 to 8 will quit the business. Yes, you heard me right. They will quit the business. And don't ask me why, because I cannot answer you. It's just like asking why the sun rises from the east and doesn't rise from the west. These are things that are bound to happen, and when they happen, please celebrate. Please celebrate. It simply tells you that you are doing the business very well. So 6 to 8 out of the 20 on each leg, they are going to quit. So 6 out of 8, or 6 to 8, 6 to 8, 6 to 8 out of 20, people you have personally recruited on each leg will quit. Now another 6 to 8 will incubate. These people will simply be there dormant but do nothing. Maybe once a while they might buy one product or so just to personally consume, but they will not do anything. Yes, they will not do anything. So out of the 20 people you've personally sponsored, 6 to 8 will also incubate. Now another 6 to 8 will do the work. Yes, 6 to 8 will do the work. So at this point, you know that out of the 20 people you have recruited, 1/3 have quit, another 1/3 they've incubated, and the other 1/3 are absolutely working. But guess what is going to happen next? One or two will become a superstar in your business. It's very important that you note this down. One or two might become a superstar in your business. Now, ensure that you recruit no less than 20 people in your first 90 days. Okay, so your job description when you join newly is to recruit. Don't worry if you don't understand the business. Don't worry if you're not learning the business. Don't worry if you don't even know the products by heart. But all you're trying to tell people is, hey, listen, I'm brand new. I don't know much about this, but what I do know is I have seen people making money. I have seen people succeeding. I've seen people getting healthy, their lifestyle changing, and all I want to do is to introduce you to this platform of successful people. Come and hear from the horse's own mouth. That is all your job description. You are not doing presentations. You are not doing convincing anybody. What you are doing your first 90 days is to recruit. Okay, by inviting enough people to see the opportunity. And when you do this on each leg, you are going to have at least 6 to 8 people doing the work for you. Yes. And then you are going to have at least 1 or 2 superstars developing on each leg for you. Now, when you do this in your first 90 days, I guarantee you are on the road to multi-million dollars. Now, in our industry, remember this rule of thumb. It says, sponsor wide for wealth and drive deep for stability. It's very, very, very crucial. You need to bring in as many people in your genealogy or your sponsor tree as much as you can. Recruit as many people as you can. Personally sponsor no less than 60 people within 90 days. Every month, ensure you have sponsored 20. Every month, you have personally sponsored 20. Okay? And definitely, even when some quit, the beauty about it is that you may be left with at least 12 strong leaders who will remain active on your personal sponsorship tree. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the money is. Okay. Now, driving deep for stability is very important. You need to build the business and drive deep. And I will introduce you to some dangerous laws of this industry that you must always remember. And the first law is a recruit is not a recruit until they have their first 3. Let me repeat that again. If you are not writing, please do write. Take simple instructions, and this is the only way you can become successful with the business. Now, a recruit is not a recruit unless they have their first 3. So this gentleman over here, okay, is only a recruit because he has 1, 2, and 3. So yes, now he's in the business. Until then, he's just a preferred customer. He's just an ordinary distributor. He's just an ordinary individual who has not started the business yet. But the moment he sponsored their first 3, we can now call this person a recruit. That's the meaning of the first law. The second law states that you do not have a team. You do not have a team until you have driven 4 levels deep. 4 levels deep. And this is to explain to you using this tree. There are 2 types of trees. Okay, we have the binary tree. I will not go too deep into this. And we have that's the genealogy tree or the unilevel tree. The unilevel tree simply shows you the people, the genealogy of the people you have brought, your children, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on. But the binary tree shows placement. Okay, I'm sure that deeper training would explain the system in detail for you to understand. So what you need to understand is in the unilevel tree, the people you personally bring are your first generation. The people brought again by those other people, they form your second generation. And the people brought by those second generation people are your third generation, and so on and so forth. Okay, and we are saying that the second rule says that you do not have a team until you have driven at least 4 levels deep. Each leg of business, you can call it a team if you have driven it 4 levels deep minimum. So stop saying my team, my team, my team when you do not have 4 levels deep of business. You don't have a team. What you have is a group of people. Okay. So the third law says that every single time you drive 3 to 4 levels deep, on your 3rd and 4th level, you discover a superstar. Yes, it is true. Now, assuming you started the business and you were working with your first generation, and some of them also recruited and brought the second, and then the third, and then the fourth. Now, the beautiful thing about this law is that should the first generation stop working, should the second generation stop working, and the third generation stop working, because you have built 4 levels deep, you will still have people within the 4th level that you can work with. And the beauty again is the fact that you, the leader, are supposed to work hand in hand with your 4th levels to drive another 4 levels deep. Yes, drive another 4 levels deep. So now this person who is on your 4th level becomes your first generation. They become your first leaders. You begin to work with them as though you personally sponsored them. And it is at this point that whenever you drive your business to this point, you will find somebody in this area who will become your superstar. This person will bring you massive results. This person will bring you massive breakthrough. And I have several testimonies, and it has happened several times in my legs of business. Now, when you work with this person, your goal is to drive another 4 levels deep. So you keep going down till you get to 8 levels deep. So the 4th law states that whenever you develop 8 levels deep, you develop a business center for life. This leg of business continues to generate activity over and over and over for you for a very long time, unless the company collapses. Yes. And this is what the 4th law states. So you want to ensure that you are personally working with your 4 levels to help them get to their 4th level, which is your 8th level. And it means you have created a business center for life. So having shared this with you, Vision 2020 is to help you understand that in 90 days, your obligation is to ensure day or night, morning or evening, you are making sure that you have recruited at least 60 people, that is 20, 20, 20 on each leg, and ensuring that you help them develop their legs of business to your 4th and to your 8th level. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the 90-day game plan that will help you achieve unimaginable results. Yes, unimaginable results. Now, I highly recommend that if money is not a problem, each leader that you are admitting on the platform should upgrade themselves within that space of 90 days as soon as possible. They should be able to upgrade themselves to a minimum of silver. Okay, to a minimum of silver. Yes, they may start with the lowest package, but the stable package we highly recommend is silver. And if money is not a problem, they can go higher and higher and higher. And I will share with you why it is important to go higher if money is not a problem. Now I want to quickly zoom into the 30-day game plan. I've just shown you the 90 days game plan. What will you become in 90 days? In 90 days, you will become at least a 4-diamond consultant. In 90 days, you will become at least a travel incentive awardee. And 90 days, you can possibly become a car awardee. In 90 days, you can achieve crazy results that will become your foundation for the business. If you're able to produce that kind of result, this is the result that is going to drive the rest of your business. So if you do not get results in your first 90 days versus somebody who got their result in the first 90 days, this is the comparison. Maxwell got his travel incentive plus, every other benefit in his first 90 days of joining the business. Maxwell is now learning how to do a presentation. He has not done a presentation before. All he did or does is to invite people to go and listen to his upline. Okay. Versus Joshua, who has been in the business for 90 days, learning everything he can learn, attending meetings, and trying on his own to do presentations, but has not been able to complete this project. Now, between the two of them, Joshua does not have the result yet, even though he's going to get the result. But Maxwell has the result. If you were prospects to both of them, who will you join? And I know the answer is Maxwell, because Maxwell has the evidence of the result. He has the testimony that you are after. So you want to join Maxwell's team for what he has been able to do. Yes, Maxwell does not understand the business, but he has the result. Versus Joshua, who understands the business to some point, but has no result. Okay, so this is what we are saying. In the first 90 days, ensure you follow this plan to get your result, so that you set yourself a foundation for people to be attracted to your business for the rest of your life. And you will notice that every single person, they will say, please, Derick, just sign me up. I have seen your testimony. You will have people call you on the phone and say, hey, I just saw your testimony. Wow, I saw the car you were driving. I saw the travel incentive you got. I just heard you share your testimony, and that's so powerful. Please show me the way. Versus not having the result. That's why you want to compress time frames, do more activities, achieve more things within the shortest possible time in order to become a magnet to draw people into your business. So this is the 90-day game plan. Okay, now I'm going to show you the 30 days game plan. So when you have a 90-day game plan, you want to ensure that you break the activities down into smaller goals. Right. A goal you do not have, you cannot achieve. A goal you do not have, you cannot achieve. So the first thing you want to ensure is to set tangible goals. In fact, SMART goals. SMART goals. Now, SMART goals simply stand for: the S should be specific. You must be specific. The M should be measurable. The A should be achievable. Yes, the R should be realistic. And the T should be time bound. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a SMART goal. So if you are learning how to set SMART goals, this is what you should consider. Is your goal specific? What is the goal? What do you want to achieve in your next 90 days? Write it down. Don't tell me. What do you want to achieve in your next 6 months? Write it down. Don't tell me. What do you want to achieve in your next 18 months? Write it down. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? Write it down. What do you want to achieve in the next 10 years? Write it down. You must be specific. Now, in this scenario, our goal must be specific, and we are giving ourselves the 90-day game plan. In 90 days from now, after joining this training, I want to qualify myself for a travel incentive. And ladies and gentlemen, most of the time, the travel promos are launched with a date. I encourage you to go and look for that in your back office, download, and make sure that the date, you are aware of the date. Okay, it's very important that you check the date so that you are working towards that date. Otherwise, by the time you start, you might end up missing out on the date. It might just be left in a few weeks for you to end up promo. So be aware of how many days you have left. Now, specifically give yourself a timeline. So in this example, we give ourselves 90 days. If possible, put a date, maybe March 15, 2023. Okay, it's very important that you put a specific, date. But of course, with a date, it comes to the timeline. You are giving that date to the time bound. So let me claim it from here. Okay, and put here 90 days, and that would be 15 March 2023, for example. Now, your specific goal is in 90 days time, you want to qualify for a travel incentive, which is the least milestone that you can achieve with our company. An international travel where they spend money on you to go have fun and come back. Okay, all you probably need is just your luggage. Shopping money is taken care of. Right. So specific. So you want to probably become a Diamond 4 consultant in 90 days. So you defined what you want to achieve in 90 days. Maybe you can also decide that you want to have 200 team members in 90 days. Be specific. Whatever you want to achieve, write it down in your diary. Now, measurable. How are you going to measure it? How would you know you have attained your goal? So you know that to achieve this in 90 days, probably you must have been doing a minimum of 30,000 points or PV to achieve this. So yes, you need to be able to measure that, okay, the travel incentive is worth 30,000 points. Diamond 4 is worth 15,000 points. 200 team members will give me 30,000 points, possibly. So you want to write specifically how you are going to measure in terms of points your achievement. Then question, is it achievable? This is where I ask you, do you believe in yourself that with this training support, tested and tried many times, you are going to be teachable and coachable to the point of achieving this result? Question, yes or no? And I believe if you are like myself and you believe in yourself, the answer should be yes. Now, achievable because a lot of people, time without number, have achieved this result in the shortest possible time. They have done it many times, some in few weeks, some in a month, and so on and so forth. So this is highly achievable. So you put a yes. You can even add examples and testimonies of people that have achieved it and why you think you can achieve it as well. They're realistic. Is it realistic to achieve a travel incentive in 3 months? Is it realistic? Absolutely yes. This is why the company believes that if they launch a promo and give you 3 months to build a team and develop the volume, you should be able to achieve it. So yes, it's very realistic. Finally, what is the time bound? When is the deadline or the lifeline? It is 90 days, which falls exactly on 15th March 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that If you are able to set your specific goals like this, then you are ready for business. Now, I have shown you how to set specific goals. Now, let's go to the 30-day game plan. The 30-day game plan, you want to break down your 90-day into smaller units. So what you are going to do next is to ensure that in 30 days time, you define the activities you are going to be doing for you to achieve this kind of result. Okay, so in 30 days time, you need to understand that 30 days are just weeks. 90 days is 12 weeks. Okay, and 30 days is just 4 weeks. 4 weeks, yes. So 30 days equals 4 weeks of activity. Okay, so what you want to ensure you do is that make sure that within these 30 days, you're able to get a minimum of 20 to 50 personal customers. Yes, ensure that you are going to get from your list the 4-step success system. Make sure that your list, together with your upline, you learn the invitation script, which I'll make available for you to download. Make sure you use the script to invite your people to attend your presentations with your upline so that they can join your business, so that they can be part of your business, so that they can purchase your products. Okay, and the beautiful thing about this is the fact that when you are able to do this within the 4 weeks period, it helps you move closer to achieving your goal. So for example, your goal is to do 30,000 PVs in 90 days. So you're going to first of all divide this into, you're going to divide your target into the period. So in 90 days, if you are dividing 30,000 into 90 days or 30 days, it means that in 30 days, you need to get a minimum of 10,000 PVs. Yes, 10,000 PVs. So 30 days equals 4 weeks, and in 4 weeks, you must get 10,000 PVs. Yes. So at the end of the day, you're going to have 10,000, which means that if 4 weeks give you 10,000, it means that every week, 1 week should give you 2,500 PV. And if you are following, you realize that if you are able to achieve 2,500 PV in a week, in 12 weeks' time, you will get your 30,000 PVs. Yes. Okay. So it's very important that you break it down like this. Now, when you break it down like this, what this means for you is that in a space of 30 days, you want to ensure you are raising 2,500 PV, which means that your 50 customers and 50 partners, potential partners, should be able to generate this 2,500 for you in a week. So, ladies and gentlemen, how are you going to achieve 2,500 PV worth of business if you do not have products? One, if you do not conduct meetings, you don't invite people to your meetings, you have not scheduled your 4 presentations as was showed you in the 4-step success system. If you don't schedule 4 meetings, how are you going to do all this? This is the reason why in your first 30 days, you want to ensure that at least you have scheduled 4 major meetings. Okay, so in these 4 major meetings, your goal is to invite as many people to attend those meetings so that you will be able to get enough sales and enough sign-ups in order for you to get your result. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only 3 people or 3 prospects that you're going to have in that room when you do these meetings. In those 4 meetings, the 3 people you're going to have, one of them will join the business. The other one will become a customer. And I can assure you, the last one will walk away and tell you, listen, I'm going home to think about it. I'll get back to you. Trust me. All those people who say, I'm going home to think about it, do not fight with them. Keep them on your waiting list. There is fortune in the follow-up. So all these people on your follow-up list eventually will join at the right time. But your focus is on those who want to become customers and those who want to do the business. Now, from again our statistics, and we know our math very well, you are going to always get 1 out of 10 minimum who will show interest to register in your business. So if you have invited 50 partners to your meeting, you should expect how many signups? 5 signups. If you invited 100 people to your meeting, you should expect how many signups? 10 signups. If you invited 1,000 people to your meeting, you should expect how many signups? 100 signups. And that's how it works. Now, so what happens to the other 9? The 9 people left will eventually become customers, and some of them will become people waiting on your waiting list. So your goal is to ensure that as many people as possible will become your customers. So for example, the person has come to your meeting, you have invited them, your upline has done a powerful product presentation to demonstrate the efficacy of the company's products. All you need to do, if you were the one who invited John to the meeting, you say, John, thank you so much for coming. I'm so delighted for having you. I'm grateful that you were able to see the opportunity I saw. I do understand that you are not ready to join now, but can I ask you for one favor, John? John will ask you, well, what is it? You say, John, I want you to support my business by becoming just a preferred customer. I just need you to try only one of my products. If you try this product and it does not work for you or you do not like it, I promise I will never ever disturb you again to buy from me. Can I count on you to support my business? John may not like your product. John may not be ready to support your business, but John may not have a problem spending 20 cedis, 30 cedis, 50 cedis, or whatever currency, token to buy a product to get you off their back. The goal is to make John try the product, because in what you experience is what you believe. When John tries the product, he can now have an experience and get a chance of judging the product for himself. Okay, so your goal is to make sure that he gets to try the product. So all you want to do is to ensure that by the time John, among the 9 people, are leaving your meeting, they are walking away with product in their hand. And one of my mentors will tell you that possession is in the context of the law, which means that if you give somebody a product, you have the moral right to request payment or to request money. But if you have not given me the product and you said, okay, next week I'll bring you some product, I can as well not pick your phone again. I can as well not answer your calls. You call me and I don't pick your call. Okay, so always make sure you have products. And I'll be dealing with you on inventory in my next training. I'll be telling you deep facts about why you need to have inventory for this business. Thank you very much for watching the 30-day game plan, the 90-day game plan, and your SMART goals, Vision 2020. If you are